All right, we have been blessed with our AI student driver receiving an upgrade overnight. We are now rocking with version 13.2.6, which is a welcome. I'm uploading a video right now with Yosh-chan, Chewbacca, and I as we were running errands yesterday, and it wasn't very smooth. And uncharacteristically, we've had version 13.2.2.1 for the better part of a month, more or less, and all of my drives have been exceptional, wonderful, 5-star rating Uber, onesie twosie mistakes here and there, but the smoothness factor was 5-star Uber. Yesterday, that was not the case, and in grand fashion, I'm going to show the good and the bad. Yosh-chan and I even had some marital bliss, is what I labeled the section, because we fight about it all the time. I don't think we're ever going to get a divorce over FSD, but we have different viewpoints. We're coming from two different angles, apparently, when it comes to FSD. So, you know, I'm uploading that right now as we speak. Hopefully there's no hiccups along the way. At the moment, we are headed to Katy Hand Car Wash like we were yesterday. About the same time, as a matter of fact, but yesterday there was like a dozen cars waiting to be washed, and we did notice there was not as many of those car wash individuals there yesterday as we normally would see, especially on a beautiful Sunday afternoon or brunch time frame. There was not a lot of workers, so Yosh had the assumption that our Latin descended workers probably didn't want to risk exposure on a let's just say an ice level. I don't know. So there might be something to that, because there was not a lot of people working. There were cars lined up around the gas station, and I just said fuck it, no need to wait there for an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get the car washed. And we had so many other errands to run. I need to be back at the house by 1. I'll just do it tomorrow when I have a little more free time. We don't have our co-pilot Chewbacca nor our interloper Yosh-chan with us right now. She's still in bed, as a matter of fact. She deserves as much rest as hard as she works. So, we let her know where we're gone. We're gone. We'll be back before she wakes up, more than likely. But so far, exiting out of the garage seemed mildly problematic. I don't get that on camera. I kind of like to let us get into the motion, and typically there hasn't even been a problem. Like when we're in the garage facing the house, right, there's nowhere to go. So our AI student driver will engage it. This time it went forward quite a bit and it didn't reverse. So I had to reverse it. And once we got into the driveway, I activated it again and it went forward like a pretty good, it went forward more than I'd ever seen it go forward, knowing it can't proceed that way. But it then eventually did reverse back out of the driveway. It seemed like a mild regression, but this is the first time we're experiencing it. But hey, here we are right now on version 13.2.6. Very grateful. While we're on the road seeing Teslas, I haven't noticed any real comfort issues while we're on the road. So, hopefully that continues. We'll be going to that area where, we got a yellow light here. It's going to turn red before we even cross. Technically, that's running a red light. I could stop the vehicle there, but I think I'm running that red light as a human anyway. If a cop wants to pull me over and say, hey, you just ran that red light, I'll bite that bullet. But we're traveling at a speed around 35 miles an hour or so. To hit the brake to meet that yellow light, I'd rather not. There's nobody around us. If there's threat of oncoming traffic from either direction, I probably adhere to that yellow light a little bit more stringently. But as it stands, it ran the red light. I would have probably ran that red light I probably would have been going even faster than our AI student driver and having to run that potential yellow/red light. So, no big deal. We push forward. The car doing exactly what I expected to do. Stock market not looking so hot right now. I think have we clawed back up to over 385? I think a lot of people feel like 350 is where Tesla's going to like valley. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna keep buying shares. This morning down over 6%, and they just, you know, down about 5 or 6%, and I receive an update around 2 a.m. upgrading my vehicle, making it better than it was the day before, right? We had some complaints the day before. Next thing you know, 13.2.6 at your leisure, sir. How do I'm definitely not selling any shares. Experiencing the product is great. Even if they never updated it, it would be better than anything else on the road, period. But the fact that it's down about 6% and my car got better overnight in the garage than it did the day before, how can I not buy shares this morning? I'll buy shares at 380. I'll buy shares at 350. I'll buy shares again at 320. I'll buy shares again at 420. I'll buy shares again at 485. It doesn't matter, because I know this company is on pace to becoming the most valuable company in a decade's time. As Elon would put it, it's going to be so valuable that you could lump all of the next 5 companies together, and Tesla will be more valuable than all of them combined. And it's hard to refute. You know, we had a dismal, I wouldn't even say dismal, right? It was, we gave it a 3-star Uber rating, then it made a navigational error, and Yosh was like, now it's a 2-star rating, right? But the attempt is something that no other vehicle on the road that you can purchase can even try, right? That's how far ahead Tesla truly is, right? We may complain about yesterday's drive, which, you know, we did. We kind of laughed about it. We even argued about it a little bit. But there's no other vehicle I'd rather be in. It's still ultimately the safest thing you could possibly be in. And all of the little mistakes and errors, it didn't amount to a whole lot, because it really didn't put us in dangerous situations, right? In the wrong situation, if it behaved like that, could be super problematic. But that's not what we experienced, right? It's just mild inconvenience, a lack of confidence, or, you know, the smoothness is a little off. These are the things that it's hard to really, you can nitpick, but again, no other vehicle on the road is capable of handling these maneuvers, these complex, random situations that, you know, assumingly only humans could possibly do, especially with the sensor suite. So while there is a mass sell-off, I lick my chops and then I say buy. You know, I'll take 2 or 3 more shares at this level. I have no problem. I buy on red days. You know, when it's riding high and it's green, I just sit back and admire my brokerage account and the shares that I've accumulated, and I grin. But when it's down, I don't panic. There's no time for panic when the market barely understands what Tesla does today, you know, and then trying to assume what it's going to do 5 years from now, a decade from now. The market has no idea what the value of Tesla really is, all right? So as long as they're going by earnings statements, forward quarterly, you know, what's the forward quarterly progression gonna look like? Okay. You stay asleep if you want. My eyes are wide open. And thanks again to the TSLA AI team for forwarding me 13.2.6. They don't have to do that, but they did, and I'm just grateful, absolutely grateful for the diligence. Panda is our oldest Tesla at the moment, and it's still stuck on 13.2.2. You know, especially since we've acquired Stygian 2.0. That vehicle has not been utilizing FSD nearly as much as it has in the past. So I don't blame them for not pushing it to Panda, right? Stygian, I'd say most of its miles, since ownership has been delegated to me, I guarantee you FSD has been, you know, the modus operandi for this vehicle. It is the standard. It is going to be on FSD unless it, you know, there's a situation where I have to take over, or it just really can't do what is needed to be doing. Mainly in the last 100 feet is when I have to try to take over for our AI student driver. And we're gonna be testing these things. Now that we got the fresh model, we're gonna go back down to the 610 inner loop and see how it does there. Plugging in random locations as a robo-taxi might have to endure, right? We're gonna go back down to the beer can house. We're gonna make sure that it can do that left turn on Tyrell to get to Tyrell. We're gonna just traverse the Houston area like we would if we were just traveling, you know, and encountering random scenarios, you know, stuff that can't really be simulated. You know, simulation has its purpose, but the real world is just so freaking freaky. So this is the best data you possibly could get. Butts in seats, the cameras viewing the world as it is, as it could be. And there, you know, simulation helps us with those corner cases, getting our AI student driver a little more comfortable like a fighter pilot, right? You can't get all of your miles up in the air. You can't get all of it. You gotta, you know, and when we were in submarine school, they had this submarine simulator that we would go in before we even got to the submarine. It was pretty pop. You know, I don't know how to explain it. You really didn't appreciate it as a student, but it definitely prepared you for what you were going to expect in the underneath the water. So we have technically arrived to our destination. We are at the car wash, which is combined with this gas station / whatever the fuck this is. So it wants to pull us into the gas station. Like if we worked at the car wash, this is where we'd want to be. So we're gonna. All right, Stygian 2.0 is so fresh and so clean. We're on our way back now. See if Yosh-chan is awake. Let's get to it. The floor mats are so slick. Okay, so it's hard to get comfortable when these things are slick like this. How we choose to exit, I think our AI student driver chooses the path of least resistance. There's a truck kind of in the way of that other exit. Smartly chooses this one. It's a little bit closer to the light, so it could also prove problematic. But the Honda is saying it's okay for us to go, and we do. Now that's the level of smoothness, right? I think our AI student driver picks up on the fact that that vehicle is stopped before even the hand signal is provided, giving it a smooth-like feeling. I don't know. So far, our AI student driver for 13.2.6 has been a much needed update if we're using yesterday as any kind of example. So kudos to that. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure that Yosh has done the status. I think she did the registration, but I have to double check. So that's one thing that'll be on my mind. It's Monday. The stock is hovering around 385. I don't know, maybe Dallas has a space today at noon. But it is Terrific Lady Day. All Mondays from here until deemed otherwise are Terrific Lady Days for Yosh-chan. She's such a terrific lady. She deserves her day. So whatever she wants me to do, I am more than likely going to do it. I think she has plans to go to HEB. We probably won't take Stygian 2.0. We'll let her do the driving since I did all the driving yesterday. But who knows? Maybe she'll engage our AI student driver. She still has 13.2.2. But who knows? Maybe she'll engage it. Maybe she'll feel the need. Or she'll just drive through. I give her enough flack as it is. So she might engage it. We'll see. But I really have no... I mean, this isn't a true test. We got to the car wash. There wasn't a... Like, I think there were 2 cars in front of us. More than willing to wait for that. It didn't take us like to the entry of the car wash, right? It gives us the general vicinity, would drop us off if we were a ride-hail service, no big deal. There's another hand car wash popping up here, if that sign is any indication. Who knows? We got a little competition in our realm for hand car washes. We might have to give that a whirl. Well, I'm satisfied with the price, quality of this car wash. We actually gave it a little... There was a moment in time when we had old Stygian and Shinju is what we called the Model Y. So when we had Stygian and Shinju, we would wash those cars. You know, take a day like today when we both are available and we would just wash these cars for a couple of hours, appreciate what we have. But I mean, if this thing is gonna give me a better car wash and interior detailing for 30 bucks, yeah, your boy is finna utilize that. My time has become more valuable as I increase in age. I don't draw a lot of joy from doing these tasks, right? I am not, let's just say I'm not the most enthusiastic when it comes to cleaning or doing anything that requires delicate, you know, my clean is different from her clean. It's like if I were doing anything, right? Like she's got something to say. And I'd rather disregard that altogether and have a professional do it, and she can gripe at the way the professional has done the job. I'm more than willing to hear that gripe. But if it's me, I'm like, you do it yourself. Yeah, I don't have to be out here. You can do it yourself type situation. But it's just me. So in my time, I'm able to ensure that it's done to a greater extent than I would do it myself. These mats super clean after Chewbacca has his days out there. It's kind of a little muddy. He's jumping and pouncing all over the place. So, you know, to get these mats clean, I'd rather not do it myself. But I guess that's just the lazy in me, which I don't refute. Your boy isn't the most eager when it comes to matters like this. But we have an unprotected left as we're about to get the straightaway, the clear shot to the crib. We handle it smooth. I mean, it's not complicated in any way. There weren't a lot of oncoming vehicles. When it was its time to go, it did. When it was clear, so no real complaints there. We'll take it to the 610 loop. Maybe tomorrow. Really just depends on what we got available. You know, what's going on, but I have no problem. I'll take it to the 610 loop. Make sure we go to the beer can house. It's on I'd like to do it Wednesday because I might actually check out the beer can house. Who knows? Your boy ain't doing a whole lot of anything. Might be able to go both days. Go tomorrow and Wednesday, right? So we need to utilize Stygian 2.0. We did buy it. Might as well put the miles on it. And gain some more confidence in our investment. Oh, we got that camo wrapped Model S. I ain't mad at it. That was pretty dope. We got a cloudy day. Yesterday was beautiful. Just blue skies, bright sun, great day for solar. This, not so much. Looks like we're gonna be cloudy pretty much most of the day, but no real precipitation. I guess that's a positive. So we get the car clean as a whistle. And as far as I know, there's no real rain forecasted for the rest of the week, so good time to get this in. Let's see what we got here. This is a bit high. Turn that down. Either who knows what we're gonna do. I mean, we're flying by the seat of our pants, but we're definitely gonna get some more testing of 13.2.6 and some more stringent situations. 610 loop seems to be the best way to do that, or we might just do some more random locations around Westheimer, seeing how it handles the last 100 feet. It's just I'm excited to have gotten the update and look forward to giving the AI team as much data as I can muster. So yeah. So much smoother. No, there hasn't been a single hesitation. But granted, I'd say our conditions are a little easier than they were yesterday. Even then, there was just some moments when we would have that phantom braking. There wasn't a whole lot of people around. It was just detecting something that it had no business detecting, or it was just phantom. No such behavior thus far. So slick are these bats now. It's awesome. Check out this start from this dead stop at this light here. Like I said, I haven't really noticed anything that's too terribly concerning at all. Let's see, now that we're focused, how we start and stop in here. We're not flying off the line. I mean, we are on chill mode, so there's no real urgency to beat these cars off the line. It is smooth, to say the least, so I prefer it this way. Everything feels to just be lined up, you know. It just feels like no piece is ajar from, you know, going from one location to the next, or when you're turning from one street to another. Everything feels smooth, connected. Nothing feels out of place. Like it's one continuous motion. It's the best way I can describe it. We've yet to be on the highway, which I have a feeling we'll be testing out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Today is Monday. I need to add Stygian 2.0 to the easy tag. So those are the two things, right? We're gonna make sure Yoshi-chan is up, make sure Panda has been registered properly with Harris County, and yeah, adding Stygian to our easy tag profile there. Another black Tesla, loving it. We got a white Tesla over there as well. White Tesla over there at the 7-Eleven. There is a significant amount of Teslas around this block, which I'd like to take a lot of credit for. I'd like to say in this region, Old Stygian and Shinju were frequent travelers, maybe influencing some of the other constituents of this area. You know, it's the best car on four wheels. It's hard not to be curious, especially, you know, when you see one, you're like, oh man, I've heard about those, and then you start to see a significant amount of them, right? And you may have a preconceived notion about what Tesla is or isn't. As we have a vehicle, seems to be a part of this work construction, our vehicle slows down, and I don't know, maybe this might have been done better, but I have no idea what this Dodge is trying to do. We have our blinker on, indicating that we plan to go left as soon as it allows us to, and then this vehicle behind us with its hazards on allows us to do so. So I have no idea. It probably could have handled that better, but it better safe than sorry. I'd rather just ride behind that vehicle until it's safe to clear. I think we handled it okay. As a human, we would have probably gotten over faster, but would that have been the safer thing to do? I don't know, not so sure. Sure, there's been plenty of opportunity for me to have fucked that up. So we have reached the end conclusion. We had a little excitement there at the end. See how it handles these white bumps. Will it get over pretty quickly? It could get over there faster, but you know, that's a nitpicky thing. I imagine if there's other vehicles in front of it showing it what it should and shouldn't be doing, it might emulate that a little better, but okay. All right, for now, that's my first impression. That is a 5-star Uber drive. If I've ever felt one, be easy. Peace.